So you turn on the TV excited to watch Olympic curling. But after a while you say, wait a minute, this curling looks different. That's because it is, kind of. It's mixed doubles curling, introduced at the Olympic Games in 2018. It's a little complicated, but we can explain. We're USA Curling, and we're here to help. The scoring in mixed doubles is the same as traditional curling. When an end is finished, teams want to have their stones closer to the center of the house or rings than their opponent. Players deliver the stone just like they would in four-person curling. There's sweeping, and there's still plenty of yelling. First, teams have two players instead of four, one female athlete and one male athlete, which shouldn't be hard to remember since it's called mixed doubles. Each end starts with two stones already positioned in play. The team with last rock, that's the hammer, has one of their stones placed at the back of the 4-foot ring in the house, while the team without last rock has a stone placed in front of the house on the center line. No stone in play, including the stones placed in position at the start of the end, can be removed from play prior to the delivery of the fourth stone of an end. Impress your friends by saying, yeah, you can't make a takeout until the fourth delivered rock of the end. Every end starts with the same setup, except when the team with last rock elects to use their power play. When they do, one stone is positioned in the rings, and the other stone is placed in front of the house to the side of the center line, a corner guard. When you see it, sound like a pro by announcing, look at that! There's a corner guard, so the team with hammer must be using their power play. Instead of 8, teams throw 5 rocks each end in mixed doubles. One player delivers the first and fifth rocks of the end, and the other player throws the second, third, and fourth stones of each end. Teams are allowed to switch this up throughout a game, but you'll see most stick with the same order. The teammate not throwing will either stand in the house holding a brush for a target, like in traditional curling, or start beside the thrower during the delivery of the stone. Most often, that's what you'll see, the brusher at the same end as the thrower, ready to sweep. Throwers can also jump up and sweep the stone they just delivered. In the four-person version of curling at the Olympics, games are 10 ends, but mixed doubles contests are 8 ends. An entire game takes less time to complete, fewer delivered stones each end, and fewer ends overall. You could call the pace of play brisk. There are lots of rocks in play in mixed doubles and usually lots of scoring. When a team is behind, say, they may be down, but it's hard to protect a lead in mixed doubles. Then when a team comes back and scores a lot of points in one end, you're the pro in the room. The athletes at the Olympic Games have spent years training for this moment, and pros know that winning at curling's highest levels is really hard. They also know that curling of any kind is a ton of fun. So go to find a curling club near me at usacurling.org and discover a place to play in your area. You might not make the next Olympics, but you'll probably become sort of obsessed with the sport once you try it. Sign up for a Learn to Curl. Get out on the ice and try sliding and yelling at your friends and trying to make the shots you saw on TV. Before long, you'll be watching curling like a pro and playing it sort of like one.
And thanks, just a reminder that the 2022 USA Curling Collection is here. Shop the latest.
Win 3 before you lose 3. That's the playoff formula in a triple knockout event, and teams in the A bracket are looking to win this afternoon and punch their ticket. From just outside Madison, Wisconsin at Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena, it's day 3, draw 11 of the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. I'm Dean Gemmel, and I'm joined by Mixed Doubles National Team Coach Phil Drobnik for a game between two undefeated teams, Monica Walker and Andrew Stopera, facing off against Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruohonen. And Phil, all these players know each other well because they've played together a lot in four-person curling. What kind of game are you expecting to see here?
I expect to see an offensive battle, Dean. Rich and Andrew both played on Team Ruohonen, which is one of the most offensive teams that we have here in the country. And Jamie and Monica, both veterans of the game. So skips against thirds, it's going to be a heck of a battle out here.
I think so. Offensive in that they like a lot of rocks in play, not that they're obnoxious in any way. But here we go. This is Jamie Sinclair. She'll get things underway for Team Ruohonen. It's going to come up a little short of the destination they would have liked.
With the out.
So Jamie Sinclair will throw the first rock and the fifth rock for Ruohonen Sinclair. Rich will throw 2, 3, 4. This is Monica Walker. She'll throw 1 and 5 on Team Stopera. Andrew Stopera will throw 2, 3, and 4. It's a new combination, Phil.
I got a big
they ended up getting together for this tournament. As we saw in the trials earlier this season, Andrew played with Maddie Bear and Monica played with Alex Leichter. Both of their teammates couldn't be a part of this event this week, so they combined forces, and so far so good for them.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how their dynamic will be, and we can listen in a bit to see how it goes. Alex Leichter stepping back a bit for the latter half of this season. Madison Bear had hip surgery, so she was in here the other day with us, Phil, on crutches, so certainly not yet ready to curl.
No, she wouldn't have been able to play in this, but I think that Andrew and Monica both know each other. They've known each other for a while, and I'd envision both of them have worked with Coach Mark Lazar for a while, so both on a lot of the same systems. So we'll see what they can make of today's game.
Mark Lazar will coach Stopera and Walker. Ruohonen and Sinclair are coached by Jamie's father, Graham. We may see both of those people come out during timeouts. So that slips too far by Ruohonen. An opportunity here for Andrew Stopera.
Where did you throw yours?
Pretty far. They're like 3/4.
Okay.
If you have the right
Always nice having a game where Rich is out there because you have a lot of commentary just from him commentating the entire game himself.
He's never short of comments, Rich Ruohonen.
pretty close.
He's oldest player in the field, I can say confidently. I didn't even need to look at it, but I'm confident.
Little room right now.
We're to it.
Now my researchers in behind me are scrambling to make sure I'm right. We'll find out. I think he is.
Yep.
Starting to move in here now. They want to get to the face of that yellow.
It's
Didn't quite curl as much as they wanted, Dean. I think they would have liked to get that a little bit more covered, and right now Rich has an opportunity to come right in there.
Yeah, it's always, they love to get to the corner of that yellow. Those opportunities to sort of own the top of the button are big in mixed doubles.
It's a game of rock position, and whoever can get the best position on their freeze stone tends to be the one that ends up having a rock sit there once a team decides to blow the 4 foot up, meaning throw a takeout and watch rocks move.
I joke about Rich Ruonen's age, but Rich Ruohonen and Jamie Sinclair were runners-up at the mixed doubles Olympic team trials, losing in the final game to Vicky Persinger and Chris Plies. So they know how to. He can play this game well. They were a shot away from being our Olympic representatives.
same way.
just less ice and try to tap theirs.
New
Like
combination, you know, coming
I
into
think
the
like
to the
3/4
COVID
to
year,
like
and
quarter into
they've
the
really
goalpost, or that's not enough?
paired together very well. Rich is a very vocal, very smart guy when it comes to strategy. Jamie is also a
Smarter.
smarter.
Mine's good.
No, and Jamie
Close
just
for
makes a
line.
ton of
To the
shots,
same.
right?
Close, close.
You know,
Yep,
in
yep,
talking
yep.
to Jamie, she's just loved the opportunity to play
Whoa,
with
whoa,
Rich,
whoa.
to learn from Rich, and she
Whoa,
feels like it's
yep.
made her a better player all around.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, Jamie's certainly considered
Girl.
one of the best shot makers
Girl.
we have here in the United States on
going.
the women's side.
Keep going.
That's a good stone.
Shot.
That's owning the top of the button.
Great position for Stopera and Walker right now.
Corrected from his first one there.
If we remember right in the trials, I
I think
think you
that's
might have called
probably
the game, Dean. It was a game between Rich and
What about
Andrew.
just hitting this one for now?
And I think Andrew got the best of his
this?
skip.
He did. Andrew said at that
can
time that
know
was the
that.
only game he
You
really
stay
wanted
there
to
and it
win.
kills
We'll
Yeah.
listen in as Jamie and
I
Rich
think so.
discuss
First
this
end, if we can
situation.
get just to nose,
Sure. Yeah, I
and
like
then
it.
it's a tough deuce. We're gonna be
Um,
right on top of theirs.
You
right?
thinking like control?
Yeah, at most.
So they've settled on a control weight hit. They're going to hit the shot that I believe they're playing on the yellow stone that's just touching the edge of the button there, Phil.
Yeah, they're going to try to come right to the nose of that one on the side of the button. That one should squirt out a little bit to the left, and the red rock will be frozen in there if he makes this correctly.
Little up.
They will lose their own red
Little up.
stone, but that's sort of inconsequential. Rock on the
Little
way.
up.
Whoa.
Ruinen has the brush
Should
down
go
now.
now.
Whoa, whoa,
Curl.
whoa. Curl.
Now he's trying to carve it a bit.
Curl. Curl.
Okay.
Pretty close. Not exactly what
right.
they wanted, but
Try not to move really anything. I don't think we need to.
Rich's point was if
If
I
I
think
lock one in there, they pretty much have to guard, and because if you could ever fire it in, it's for like 5.
Yeah.
Andrew thinking ahead to a big number. Rich's point before that shot was that they could make the 2 difficult, especially if he stayed on the nose of that.
So like,
Probably
yeah, he needed to get another half inch of curl
I
there.
agree. I'd
Yeah.
rather be
Not
short.
much. Andrew Stopera, 3-time national junior champion
Like
as a
4.0,
skip.
4.05, closer to that.
Yep, I like
Competed
that.
this past year, playing third for his opponent in this game, Rich Ruinen. Playing the out turn, wants to reconfigure this ever so slightly.
Weight's good.
Decent ad. Line's good. Close for line. Close. Line's good. Line's good. Careful.
Trying to freeze this
Always
right
straight.
on his own yellow one. and
Yep.
get perfect
Yes.
rock
Yes for line.
position.
Yes for line.
Now they're going hard for line.
Hard.
Monica Walker trying to get this
going.
rock there
Hard.
too.
Hard,
Over
hard, hard,
curling
hard,
a bit,
hard.
I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
not bad.
We're curling, but laying 3, right?
Yeah, there are 3.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, don't we just hammer this?
Same thing.
Well, if we hammer this, don't we just nudge that
I
out?
don't know if I can. I mean, sure. It's real.
Are you
cute.
on the inside?
Real
You
cute.
got room now. You got space. Okay, we don't have to hit it hard, Jay.
Okay.
Just get that little flop. So you
Yeah,
can
that's-
throw.
that's what I was
You can
thinking.
throw the same thing I threw 10.5. Hit right here. Those move, and you sit right here. It's
Okay,
pretty
I'm
good,
thinking
right?
like edge of floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair less than yours.
Oh, Phil, they're thinking if they get to the inside
Or
of
maybe
that red
same.
stone,
Yeah.
what happens?
I think just
Yeah,
control,
the
right?
inside of
Yeah.
the red stone, and it's going to roll right to the yellow stone on the button.
Even if you hit nose, it's not terrible. Because it's a tough 3.
Phil Drobnik
But
here
just-
trying to
just
quickly
inside the
draw
nose,
that up.
really
It's
good.
difficult in mixed doubles, Phil, because we don't have a
Just
lot of
easy
time
control, right?
usually.
Yep.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
where they'd
right
like
there.
to.
That's where they'd like to roll.
They think they could wiggle in there to lie second shot and make a shot for 2 difficult for Monica Walker. Jamie Sinclair, her last shot of the first end. Out turn hit.
Maybe a little
No,
less
no,
than
no.
me.
Easy. Easy.
Early call as it might
Curl.
need to curl.
Yep.
Ruinen tries to carve it over.
Yep.
Might have set this back just a bit. So there's definitely a shot for 3 there, Phil.
Yeah, she ended up getting hair wide there and wasn't able to get the inside
Whatever
roll,
you
and now
like.
they're going to be
Like we
able
can
to
play it
draw
kinda
in,
like a nudge and roll.
nudge and roll
or you can
for
play this
3.
intern
Should
side.
be pretty straightforward to get 3 here.
Is there a shot
wait.
for 5 there?
I like it.
4?
Like I'm afraid of it hanging.
If they hit
Yeah.
just off the red,
It's hard
thin
to
on the
tap him
red,
because you'd have
yellow
to hit
goes
him
onto
high
the
his
red,
nose and-
other red goes
but I'm
out,
fine throwing the end.
keep the shooter.
I think they could. The downfall
out?
of that is if they don't score 3, they lose a little momentum. If they score 3 here, they get the momentum, and I think it puts themselves
Like I think
in a pretty
we're
good
in
spot here.
ballpark where we can kind of sweep it to make sure it doesn't hit high.
So you threw a 10 on yours.
Speed's good on this side, I think.
So Stopera and Walker talk through the
Yeah.
weight. Andrew thinks the speed is up here, up to
Okay.
what they've been playing usually. Monica Walker, last shot, first end. Stopera Walker, they're lying 2 already. They're looking for 3. Out-turn draw.
Probably there right now.
Got a curl.
Back 4.
Curl. 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 Curl.
Monica yelling to make it curl here.
Calling to make it curl early, and Andrew Stopera thinks it's heavy. That can be a bad combination. It might run here.
Yeah,
Looks
set
like it
him.
has some real curling to do.
She can play off the red one.
Doesn't want to move the red in though well, she won't do that. Looks like it'll be 2 yellow.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity, so 2 yellow, 2 for
Try.
Walker,
Did I give-
Stopera.
No,
They'll
it's still-
take a 2-0 lead after the first end, and we'll be right back with second end
Steady
action.
and it-
It runs like.
It's the perfectly made slice of pie from the diner down the street. The sound of birds singing on an endlessly beautiful trail, or discovering that one-of-a-kind find at a locally owned boutique. It's the middle things that make the difference. Because whether you're taking in a round of golf, or spending the day on a kayak, or just taking in the history of a place that's always moving forward, it's that extra special something that makes life worth living. Middleton, Wisconsin. It's the middle things.
We're here in Middleton, Phil. I don't think I've had a chance to have that perfect slice of pie yet, have you?
I have not had.
We've
that
been eating here at
perfect
the
slice of
arena.
pie. Yeah, looks pretty good though.
Here we go. It's
Turning
2-0. Walker Stopera up on Sinclair Ruinen. Sinclair Ruinen will have last rock in this second end. Monica Walker getting things underway here. Walker grew up curling at the Broomstones Curling Club, Wayland, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston. Stopera, her playing partner, grew up curling at the Ardsley Curling Club near my home in New Jersey, in Westchester, New York. That's where Ardsley is.
Good.
Well, as predicted, we said it was
Top
going to be
four.
a high-scoring game and a deuce coming out in the first end, and
Wait's real
I
close.
assume that we're going to have a lot of
See?
rocks in play again in the forfeit this end.
Mine's good.
Yeah, a deuce that could have been more,
Win.
but still a positive start for Stopera and Walker. Track this one a little further, comes up a little shorter than they would have liked.
Okay, top 4.
Yeah.
4 foot available here for Jamie Sinclair. She'll throw the out turn. Jamie, born in Alaska, grew up in Ottawa,
Line's good.
Ontario.
Line's good.
Has won numerous national
around.
championships here in the United
Should
States.
go. Line's good. Curl. Curl.
And
Curl.
just a solid player.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, a really pure thrower.
Go, Rich. Go, Rich.
Can Ruinen bring this in there? He does.
That's a bit better. Great goal. Good sweep.
Yeah.
Great rock.
Nice sweep by
freeze on
Rich.
top.
You know, we talked about him
I had a
being the
14
oldest
free on
guy in the
that.
field, but he doesn't go without effort. He puts a lot into sweeping and everything that he does. He's definitely a hard worker.
That's true. We can make lots of jokes about it up here, but he is working hard, and he does brush
Okay,
well
line's good. You can go straight.
for a man
Yep,
of his
yep, yep,
age, or
yep,
any
yep.
age for that matter. That's what we're trying to say here, Phil.
All the way, Monica.
Monica
Go.
Walker trying to sweep this for line. It looks tight to
All
the
the way, you
guard.
gotta go.
Just a guard.
Keep going, get the bounce. Keep going.
Andrew
Straight,
Stopera
straight,
wants
straight,
to bounce
straight,
this
straight.
one. It's light and tight,
Okay.
which never works too well.
Very good.
4.
You know, Phil, you're the mixed doubles national team coach. Talk about the mindset for mixed doubles. You have to get used to missing more shots, don't you? It's a hard game to I mean, usually we talk about in mixed doubles, if you're curling above 80%, you're playing really well. At the elite level in men's and women's, it's in the 90s to be playing really well.
Don't love it.
Yeah, Rich,
Mine's good.
don't love it.
All right, it's all right.
It's
Mine's
challenging,
good.
right? Because you don't have two
Straight
sweepers,
and
you
Benny.
don't have the input that you're used to having,
Mine's easy.
and
See what's there?
you know that makes it tough. You really have it. Really is
Gotta
a
curl.
game of taking advantage of
It is.
misses from the other opportunity,
It is.
or from the
Curl.
other team.
Opposition.
Can't
Yeah,
go.
from the
Dang
other
it, I
opposition.
should have been curl. Okay.
That
Not terrible.
settles in just on the corner of the red stone.
Back line hack. Try to get the nose. Kind of spread them.
We're going to continue to see end in every end that the team that controls that top of the 4 foot in those middle 3 stones is typically the team that's going to score at the end of the end, whether they have hammer or they don't have hammer.
Right. Big shot here for Andrew Stopera early in the end. I mean, relatively early. I guess we're at the
Like a couple
midway point
inches
of the
inside
end.
edge.
The end
Yeah,
comes up
probably.
quickly in this. the end of the end
should've
happens
kinda run a
quickly in
little
mixed
more,
doubles.
like-
But
Yesterday I threw a real
Walker
similar shot and it
Walker
kinda
and
hung
Stopera
I
are
think we can
facing
curl it
3
back.
counters belonging to Sinclair Ruinen at the moment. Andrew Stopera throwing hack weight, trying to get to the nose of that shot. That rock in the top of the 4 foot belonging to
Easy.
Sinclair Ruinen on its way.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Not
whoa.
as concerned to lose
Close.
the red
Curl,
stones. He wants to
curl.
get to the nose here.
Hard curl.
Trying
Hard.
to work it across. They want to buzz that
Hard.
guard pretty tight.
Keep going.
Doesn't quite get it where he wants to.
Just a bit on the inside.
Yep. Love it.
Do you like hack or board?
Got all that stone, Dean. Able to
Even
play a little
back
hit and roll
line.
in here.
Yeah, he can hit and roll under
Okay. I'd like to get it back 12.
and really
Okay,
make
hack.
things difficult. I
Yeah.
think the ideal roll, he'd show half of the one that's in the top of the 4 foot. Stagger those a little bit.
Thrown pretty close to the same weight Andrew just threw. So he's seen this line.
Close.
Pretty close to hack.
Yep. Whoa.
Ruinen up to
Pretty
sweep
good
his own
hack.
stone.
Yep. Hard.
Starting to
He's
break
going.
here. Can he
Hard,
get it
gotta
by?
go. Gotta go, Rich. Straight, straight, straight. Yep.
By
Got
the
it.
guard. Now, how much of it does he get? Not enough. And that's going to spill that red open. Ooh, and it spun back just a bit, but
Yeah.
I don't think enough.
Intern.
Might have underthrown that a little bit from where he
like easy
wanted.
peel.
Yeah, I think so.
Hit like,
Got a little bit more curl than Andrews did.
I think it's the best result.
So
Rock.
Stopera with his last in this end. His partner Monica
Like the
Walker will
nose,
have one more.
probably.
Yeah, remember the spot going the other way wasn't moving
Yeah.
at all.
Try to play a hit and roll in, even make the double, eh?
Or even the triple. I think he's going to throw peel at it.
Like it should curl a little bit.
And
Yeah. I think nose close.
or maybe he's not. I think he just said nose. We'll see what kind of weight he throws. Big shot here. Can
Yeah.
really get his team out of a jam. Andrew Stopera, his last stone, second end. Peel.
No, 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 no.
Not afford to hit this high
Curl.
on the wide
Thing.
side.
Straight, straight. I don't know what to do with it. Hard, red in the back.
Doesn't like it.
Ah.
Missed opportunity. Knows he missed a chance to get his team out of a jam.
Not just a straight draw. Is that bad? But then he goes like that, right?
Right.
So red laying 2.
Problem is
Which is
if
fine.
Yellow
if I
laying 3,
overroll,
shot
this is
roll
so
3
easy.
and 4.
Right. Right. Yeah, so that might be helping us. Okay, so
I think we're looking at like right here.
and even if he plays that, you just play that back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
In
this
fact,
call.
if you're even,
Yeah,
and he
straight
does
draw
that, maybe
here.
it touches that.
Same as your first.
Right in the top of the 4 foot, and leaves him an opportunity, leaves Jamie an opportunity, no matter what Stopera and Walker do, to have to access their stone later in the end on the last shot.
So missed opportunities on both sides here so far. We'll see if Rich Ruinen can make one to really put some pressure on Monica Walker's last stone. Ruinen in the hack, his last, second end.
Easy line. Easy
He's up
line.
sweeping.
Okay.
He's up quickly
Waist
to
close.
sweep it.
Okay, top 4. Curl it, Benny.
Can't go yet. Here we go.
Wants to
Curl.
stop right in the top of the 4 foot.
Curl.
Still needs to curl
Curl,
for
really
them.
gotta curl. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Can he drag it far enough? The weight looks close. Now it's a question
whoa, whoa.
of how much it curls.
Good.
Pretty good.
That's a pretty
Not
good
bad.
shot. There is a
Because you could like Meg off that,
Yeah.
but then it probably leaves them something for 3 or maybe even for 4.
I mean, you got it half buried. You got it in the 4-foot. All
Or
in
you
all,
play like
pretty
this.
successful shot there.
Right.
Like
That
just,
or, although that jams and it might leave him mid back. Like it's
or just try to like in there and just off that.
So,
Is it even there?
Right now they're talking about coming
but you
off
can't
this
like if you're
yellow
here,
stone.
it's not very good.
No,
And they
it has
just
to-
play off
There are
that.
two
and
ways
it's
to
for
play it.
4
They
or
could play
5.
with the
It has to
hitters.
be, like, wait to, like,
We'll
get
listen in as
there.
they weigh the hit versus the chisel, I think.
Is it there even?
I mean, you could play like this. Try to just like if you can ever get in there, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't really see anything else. Do you? Like I can.
No, like I think it's the intern side because I don't think you can make anything too good.
Like to come off this yellow one and roll it right to the button.
It is a little scary. Like they might be able, if you roll into that hole, that pocket, they might be able to come off yellow, red, and just lose ours and
Yeah.
score like 3 or 4. But I don't know what else,
What else
you
do
play.
you see?
I like this.
I'm gonna give you like back line.
Okay, I
Almost.
think that's close.
Yeah.
So I think they're
Try to
going
sneak by
Monica
and-
Walker's going
Yeah.
to throw back line, come off her own yellow on the left side as we look at it, and chisel under. I mean, she'd like to leave it in a
Definitely run
spot
straighter with
where
weight. You kind of
they-
saw it this other
they
direction.
try to
like-
run the red
Yeah.
onto it, it
Run a
jams
couple
on the
more
back
feet.
We
red.
like edge of 8. Or is that?
There's a way to almost make this perfect and not have it work out
I think
very
any
well,
less than
Phil.
that.
Yeah, it's a really precise shot. They could end up leaving
Well,
a
the finish
shot
is late,
for,
so it
for
probably
4
takes
or
them out of
even
it.
5 potentially if this isn't executed correctly.
That said, there's also a chance to save the end here and possibly steal one. Walker, her team's last shot, second end. Intern
Use
chisel.
the
Close. Whoa!
Pair on it early now. Now they're begging it to curl a bit. They do need to get the inside on it.
Straight!
Now straight, now straight. They must be close.
They like it.
No, that was not.
That's the sweep call.
So that leaves
Draw for 4.
So
draw for
I
4
haven't
for
thrown
Jamie
this side, but you
Sinclair.
have, right?
Yeah, and I was taking,
Middle.
I said
That seemed
mid
like it was a
12.
lot closer than it ended up being, Phil. Early they were off the sweeping.
Yeah.
You can take an inch
They
outside
haven't
middle
played
or
that
middle
side
right
that
in there.
much this end
I
now,
think
you
this
know,
side's a hair
and there's a
faster
potential
than
for rocks
the
to
other.
jump, and
Okay.
just because they're the first or
mind it.
second
I'm
rock
thinking
down
a
But
that
10.
I
path.
mean, like, I think
Thinking
I can
05?
get away with
So
a
big swing here.
5.
Jamie
If it's
Sinclair
hanging, we gotta
already
take on
line
either one
3,
of those
now
two,
drawing for
right?
4.
I like it.
All right, you got it.
Jamie Sinclair. Last rock, second end.
Give me some.
Rich asking for her to give it some.
Line's good.
He's on it right away.
Line's good.
Jamie's up to help.
Gotta go.
I don't think they really need the backward sweeping, but
Yep. Straight.
coming out hard on that yellow, but I think
There
it's
we
gonna
go.
chisel
That's a
in
beaut.
enough. So there's 4 yellow
Atta
all in
girl.
the 4-foot. That makes the score 4-2 for Sinclair Runin over Walker
All right, I gotta
Stoltera.
call in a sweeper.
As we head to the
That's
third
me.
end, we'll be right back.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
It's freezing.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, we're back here, third end. 4-2 Sinclair Runin. Lots of scoring so far, as you predicted, Phil.
All right, good in.
6 points in 2
Go,
ends.
lock it on.
Yeah.
Same
Lots of
Jamie
rocks.
Sinclair
Yeah,
fresh
I think so.
off her
I think so.
draw
I think we're
for
up to speed
4,
here.
now trying to make this first one right back. Phil, you think the hog-to-hog time maybe a little indicates the ice might be a little slower than it's been other draws.
Yeah, the ice has been great all week, and just a touch slower
Line's
maybe
good.
this draw than it has been, as we had some issues earlier today.
Straight, if any.
You know, based on the last time that I got, certainly just a touch slower.
Yeah, they had a compressor issue. We started the morning game an hour late, and they also had a quick turnaround before this draw, trying to get back on schedule. So, head ice tech Sean Olson doing a great job though with the building. I don't think that can be a little more challenging than most. But great facility here, and they've been great hosts here in Middleton, Wisconsin.
They have been.
We're close to there now.
Look again here, and
T-line.
we have yet to see in 3 ends now
T
the
back
first
four.
rock of the end get in that perfect position, frozen on top of that back stone. So that's a big difference. Makes a big difference in an end if the team without the hammer can put that first rock in the best position that they can.
Right to the yeah.
This looks close to a good shot, and that's a good result.
Nice judge. Good
spot.
Just shy of the pin on the right side of things.
And here we go again. Rich playing a freeze in there.
Rich Runen announced his retirement, essentially, sort of, or the disbanding of his team, his men's team, as they all teams reconfigure as we head into the next quad. I don't know if Rich will stay on the sidelines or not. Somehow I doubt it, but
Curl. No bump on this line,
Him
Rich.
and Jamie
no bump.
certainly have a good vibe in mixed doubles. That's for sure.
My bad.
Doesn't want to bounce off, and he does bounce off there.
Just kind of like bump it back a foot.
Yep.
Opportunity
Probably
for
like
Walker Supera.
More than missed at 12.
Yeah, good speed here.
Andrew Stopera, out turn, just trying to move this a little bit.
I need to go. Okay, line's good. Close for line. Yep.
Line must be close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, room.
I like
Close,
it so
straight.
far.
Yep.
Now it's starting to move. Now it's starting to move. Is it quieter than he thought it was?
Keep going.
Wants to move that red.
Whoa.
Good.
Oh, yeah, that works.
It's a pretty good result. The angles are good for Walker Stopera.
Do you like going there?
Great setup.
Or run.
I mean, even if you make the run, you're only killing one.
Okay. On top then, I guess. How are they laying right now?
2. This is 3rd.
I don't know if on top does us much.
The
I
way
mean, you
this
can
end is
play the
set
run
up,
and you can stuff
Ruin
it.
and
That's
Sinclair
2
are
and
going to be trying to just give them 2 here. It's
Right.
a great setup for Walker and Supera.
I think maybe run.
Sure.
So this is the shot, I think,
Out.
Phil, where you have to decide whether you're going to do this,
Out.
run something in, blow the house up a bit, or you keep freezing. And I sort of agree with Rich. I don't know if freezing on top does them any favors at this point.
Yeah, it's a good call to get it open and they're
Curl
up
just
to
a little. Just a little.
It's close. He's going to get action in the middle there.
Jeez.
But he'll leave
So
a
bad.
guard.
Just needed to stop it there.
I think he couldn't have done a whole lot better than that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he wanted to curl another, half inch and kind of move the guard off
You
the
like the
center
same
line
thing?
was what he was
Think
kind of.
so. Like I would rather like
hoping for
over
coming
curl a
down
little
there.
bit on the south turn side, but
Well, Andrew with
Probably
another
hurt.
opportunity here.
Yeah, the most unfortunate part was
I think
leaving
it-
that center line
yeah,
guard.
probably. So same weight's good.
Pretty much throwing the same shot here.
Same shot with the in-turn this time. No, the out-turn, sorry.
A little less.
I added a little
Come the
more.
other way.
I can go if you need me to. Line's really good.
Yeah,
Weight
weight's
looks close.
good. It's good.
Careful.
So the one
like-
difference in the team we see is
Bumpy.
Monica does
No.
sweep
Let it curl.
with Andrew
No, let it
versus
curl.
Jamie and Rich.
Line will be
and,
good.
Back 4.
Rich
Close.
sweeps everything.
Back
Everything, and Jamie stays in
Yep,
the house.
yep,
We
yep.
see a mix
Whoa.
of that with teams. This looks pretty close to pretty good.
I think that's pretty good.
Great
Freeze
shot.
tap. They'll lie 3 now.
I think it's pretty much nose.
Same spot is going to be really close.
Yeah.
So Runen will take on this run back again. Needs to hit it almost like he hit the other one. He might be able to get rid of 2 yellows with this.
Yeah, he could if he throws this hard enough. He could get rid of 3 if he threw it hard enough. But 2 he'd be really happy with 2.
He'd be happy getting rid of 2. You're right. All 3 could go. Runen
Well,
Run back.
Come on, curl.
Begging it
Nope.
to curl. Set it back just a bit, maybe.
Through that straighter. Threw it a lot straighter.
Yeah.
I don't think we can go in anywhere that's that good.
Interesting spot where a team with the hammer might be forced to play some kind of a guard,
guard
of some sort.
This might be their best shot. They don't want to leave an opportunity for Jamie Sinclair to take a run at those 3 stones in the 4-foot. Will be a tough decision for Sinclair if they make this guard well.
Don't see this a lot, do you?
No, we haven't seen a lot of this. Interesting game so far.
Finish it back.
Andrew Stopera, this is his last shot of the third end. His partner Monica Walker will have one more.
Weight's good. 3.
Line's
2, 3.
a little tight right now.
What'd you say?
Line's tight, if anything. No, line's good.
Looks pretty
It
good
looks
here,
there.
Dean. Looks
Careful,
like he's
careful,
going to have a
careful.
guard.
Just
Guards
probably
aren't
needs to
easy
stop.
on this ice, but
It'll get there.
this looks like it'll finish. Always better to be
Sit.
begging it to finish than begging for it to stop.
Right.
Good enough. It's pretty good.
Thinks it's good enough. I think he's right because
I
guarded
think
the right
that's the call.
side of it.
If you get it, even if you're not quite there,
I mean,
it's
at least
a tough.
it's protecting this
Yeah.
too.
But their shot. They're third.
That is?
Yeah.
There's really no reason to
we gotta be right
protect
here.
that one at the back.
If you go edge to edge, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, they can do that, but it's a little tough.
Jeez, it's not ideal, eh?
No. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, you could rip, you could try
run.
for what piece of what you could see.
No, I don't.
I don't
that
think the
helps
run's
us.
good. The run, you're likely to leave 2, and you could leave 3.
Right now, they're just hoping to
Right now, if we put it
out-count
full
one of
for
the
them,
yellows
it's a
and
tough more than a
maybe
deuce.
only give up 2 here.
Yeah, they can make the shot for 3 difficult. Jamie,
so
as she
swing's good
made her
here.
way back to the
Yeah.
hack, realized how ugly this looked from the far end.
Get it there. Make it tough.
Not a
make it tough
good-looking
3.
house from the hack. Jamie Sinclair, this is her last rock of the third end. They're ahead 4-2. She and her teammate, Rich Ruonen, need something pretty special here.
She is a skip in the 4-person game, so she's used to throwing these
Big
pressure
ad.
draws.
I think you're there. Line's good.
Thinks the
Coming
weight's
down,
all
yep.
there.
Yep.
We'll see her call line and Rich judge the weight.
Now they're hoping it hooks in
Yep,
here
yep, yep.
and has enough weight.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Not there.
Spot's just dead.
So that means Monica Walker now
turn?
has a
Okay.
draw for 4, so Walker Stopera could answer the 4
Sorry,
with a
guess I
4 of
gotta
their own.
clue you in.
I think you're
No
almost
lack of offense.
into
No.
the outside of the rings almost.
Yeah, I agree.
Pretty straightforward draw here for 4, Dean. It's about as straightforward as you can get.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
like
the
that.
last end.
In mixed doubles, yeah, it's about as straightforward as you get as a draw for multiples. It's funny too, the last rock thrower, most teams have the woman player, the female player throw 1 and 5. And you really have to throw a lot of tough shots in the 5 position, don't you?
Yeah, you really do, and they've got to make a lot of tricky ones. We're seeing them take the outturn side, the side that
We're
they've
there
been
now,
playing
we're
the
close.
entire end, versus the intern side that Rich and Jamie took.
She can't come to her own top one and
Good,
count
line-
4, though.
Wait's
She
real
needs
close.
to just think T-line.
Line's
That's what they're
good.
thinking. T-line, get enough of the 4-foot.
Yep, right to
Stopera
T.
puts the head down. He's trying to get this to T.
Yep,
Can he
to
get it
T.
there?
Go, Andrew.
He's going to have to work
Go,
hard
go,
on
go,
it.
go, go, go.
This is when the
Hard,
gym
yep,
pays
go,
off,
go,
he
go.
hopes. Looks like she'll leave that just a little bit short. 3 yellow,
throw,
so
that's my
that
fault.
makes the score 5-4 in favor of Walker Stopera after 3 ends. We'll be right back with 4th end action. Looking to support the national organization that is working to grow, strengthen, and advocate for the sport of curling from grassroots to podium? Here are 2 ways. Shop. You'll find a collection of great USA Curling merchandise at usacurling.org/shop. Donate. Support the future of curling in the United States by making a tax-deductible contribution at usacurling.org/donate. If you love curling, you'll feel good wearing USA Curling merchandise or supporting the efforts of USA Curling with a financial contribution. Back here at Bob Suter's Capital Arena, Middleton, Wisconsin. Walker Stopera up 5-4 over Sinclair Runen. This is a interesting battle here. Mixed doubles play. Monica Walker plays third for Jamie Sinclair in the women's game, or has in this last quad. Andrew Stopera has played third for Rich Runen.
It's always fun to see teammates play, siblings play against each other. This week's been filled with that across the board. So that's always enjoyable. It's part of mixed doubles when teams switch it up and they end up playing each other.
Yeah, it's a tight-knit fraternity, the elite levels of the game, and you see a lot of this.
I don't know if we want to go too past it.
They don't want to over curl here, so they lay off.
Oh, I curled a lot. Good throw.
Curled a little more than they expected.
Closest one we've had in the first rock of the
Yeah, it hasn't exactly been sparkling for two of our top female players throwing the first ones. They haven't. They've struggled a bit with this opening shot.
They're curling a little bit more. You know, it seems like when it's coming into the house, and they're over curling a lot of those.
Easy line. Looks all there.
Yeah, we saw that a lot yesterday.
Come down. Here it goes.
Easy line.
Yeah, it seems like, and I don't know if you've been seeing this all week, but if they get completely off of it and they don't clean it, the rock does die down quite a bit. Like if you don't clean it, it'll just kind of slow down nicely like that.
Well, that's an excellent result there. Good angle for Sinclair and Runen.
It's probably easier.
Another good setup for the team with the hammer.
Freeze, a little bump.
Yep.
Stopera would like to unlock this a bit.
Coming with the other turn.
Throwing the out turn.
Oh, you gotta go. Wait, all you got. All you got for line 2. Hard.
Runen and Sinclair thought this side was
Keep going,
slower.
keep going.
Side of the sheet was slower on the last end.
Seemed to jump as soon as Andrew let it go. He was light and curling early. Does create a port through there to the shot stone.
Well, I wonder if you could just come through there and hit that yellow one, hit that red one on the nose, and
You like it?
hit
three.
Like 3. Sometimes we get in mixed doubles, teams getting that
Just
draw
a hair low?
when it seems like this is an opportunity here to play a hit and lay 3.
And I think that's where Jamie
it's
Sinclair
gonna move.
landed. Thanks to the great angle on her first one. Can hit this one and watch the yellow exit the rings in a hurry.
Can Rich hold it?
Does need to get by the guard. He's through the port. There it is.
Wow, great
Lines
shot.
them up. Maybe even rolled.
It's still the run. Like I have enough air to get 2 of them out.
I like
So
to
that's
see
a
our
straight
teams
pick.
seeing the opportunity of playing a hit in mixed doubles and then executing it. And I think we need to see more of that just across the board in mixed doubles. There's opportunities to, when you have the hammer, to be able to throw hits.
So that's your theory as the national team mixed doubles coach, Phil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that a lot of teams we see end up getting tied into the draw, and then
I
they have a
agree.
lead and they give up a lot of points.
So Andrew Stopera considered the run back, but he can see enough of the red stone in the top of the forefoot. He's going to try to throw a big weight at it and get rid of at least 2 here.
Yes.
Rock's got some pace. Can he get by the guard? He needs to get by the guard. He's by the guard. 2 should go. They'll leave 1 at the back of the forefoot. So smart call, I think, there as well, Phil.
Yeah, great call by Andrew. And, Andrew has become, we've talked a lot about Jamie being one of the best or one of the better shot makers in our sport on the women's side here in the country. And Andrew has really developed into being one of the best shot makers on the men's side. Like he's really come a long way since juniors and playing this quad with Rich.
Yeah, it's a big leap from juniors to men's, and he's managing it well. Runen now trying this in-turn draw.
Line's good. Line's good.
Okay.
Only for line.
Line's good.
Wants
Straight.
to
Yep,
keep this
yep.
one in the
Yep.
8 foot,
Only for line.
biting the 4 foot.
Oh, okay.
Just by the guard. Might curl out the other side now through that same hole.
Brutal.
Oh boy. And now he leaves another
Now,
double.
There's another double, back-to-back double opportunities.
What kind of weight are you thinking? I don't need to throw it that hard.
Could
but
have
we
kept
know
that
it.
anywhere on the left-hand side of the sheet, and there's no double opportunity.
Okay.
And instead, over-curled it, and now Andrew has an opportunity to.
Championship
I agree.
surface
Like,
and championship
I don't
rocks,
totally
you get
know.
close to a guard
We
like
kinda
that,
saw what
and it
his
comes
does,
out the
but
other
I feel
side.
like I like
Often in curling clubs,
Let's
that's
throw
what you
like
have
a
to do to get it
7.5.
behind a guard.
Last one didn't really curl. Probably closer to making the roll with this weight anyway.
Stopera looking for another double here. Made one on his last one.
Yep.
They're on it.
Yep.
They like it.
Hard. Hard roll. Roll it.
Great shot.
He rolls behind cover. Brilliant shot there.
Throwing
Behind
like
the guard. Now Rich is going to have to dig it
board?
out.
Or board.
Hoping to get the roll here behind the guard.
I think it's gonna warp in there
Roll
though.
to the other side of the 4 foot. And,
Yeah, hack's fine.
sit behind the guard. And still
Think
got
a
an
little
opportunity to get two if he makes a good one here.
Yeah, he can hit and roll behind the guard that's touching the Toyota logo there.
Coming down this middle, it might really hook.
Talking about the ice and the broom and what it's going to do. And a lot of times we see once a rock crosses the center line, it'll tend to curl more. So we'll watch for that here.
Little up.
Oh,
Little up.
close. Yep.
Here it touches the center
Little
line.
up.
Usually where it makes its break point, starts to curl.
Thinks he has a little more than board weight. He's flirting with that guard, but he's by it just. Now, can he roll behind or will he stay right in the center? Same. Stopera and Walker have had the same shot 3 shots in a row
You
through
can
this
throw it
channel.
hard if you want.
I'm gonna throw firm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there-ish.
Yeah.
I took a little on the mine, but
Yeah.
probably through good peel. Or not good peel,
Yeah,
but
just
like
a
6.5,
reminder that there are
7
no
I guess,
blanks in
somewhere.
the
So it shouldn't move.
Well, there are
much.
blanks.
doubles.
It's
Well,
just not
if you make
advantageous
contact,
to
it
blank.
is
If you
advantageous.
blank, you lose the hammer as opposed to the traditional game.
yes, there are. You can blank, but it's not a. It's
like
not
Not
a good
ideal.
scenario.
It'll curl a little bit.
So Monica Walker will try to navigate the same port that her teammate Andrea Stopera has navigated a couple of times. She's going to throw firm weight, she said.
Contact is big here because no matter what, Jamie and Rich are going to be playing for one.
Monica Walker, her last shot, 4th ender, head 5-4.
Whoa.
On and off
Yep.
it. They like it.
Like it here now.
Hard roll, Andrew.
Now,
Go,
they
go, go,
let
go,
it-
go.
Good.
Yep.
Andrew happy with that through the
Same way I
channel.
did.
Yeah.
But you're throwing normal, probably.
Maybe like here.
hit.
Yeah,
for one.
you're normal.
Open hit and 1 is the best they can
It
do.
should curl.
Okay.
So a successful end for Walker Stopera no matter what happens here. Phil, when we come back after the break, I want to ask you about the different releases we see here.
All right, you got it.
A lot of people comment about
I
Team
think you can
Schuster
afford to
not
throw a
ever
good solid normal.
starting with the handle
Yeah.
cocked
P9
at all,
for
like
sure.
we talked about it years ago. Andrea Stopera now throwing that way. I want to see what Jamie does on this one. I haven't been paying attention, but she starts with it, at 10 o'clock. It's sort of the traditional setup.
Yeah, she's more of a traditionalist when it comes to the releases.
When we come back, we'll talk about releases a little bit. Rotating it to where it's 12. So we've seen 4 shots now, 5 shots maybe through this hole. That looks like
got a
Jamie
pretty
will
good one.
successfully navigate it as
shot.
well, and that will be 1
Out of the way.
for Sinclair Roonan. We'll head to the 4th end break with the score tied 5-5. We'll
All
be
right.
back with the second half of this game in just a moment. Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like, but sometimes you think, you know, it might be cool to try a new sport. The stones are just as heavy, the sheet of ice just as long, and there are no sweepers to save a shot. Is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard. And it's hard to be really good. This team is. All right, we're back here. 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. Quick shout out there. We just saw that video about our Paralympic team, wheelchair curling team. Matt Toombs, Steve Empt, David Samsa, Oyuna Aranchameg, and Pam Wilson. They finished 5-5 at the Paralympics. Phil, we couldn't be prouder of them for the effort they put in. Just to get to the games, they worked their way through the world's cycle to qualify. And then really just a couple of bad breaks probably kept them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think a great group of athletes, and they're certainly made it fun for all of us to watch.
So, Phil, as we get started here, I want to talk just about this release thing. So we'll see Jamie Sinclair here. She starts the release sort of at 10 or 2, like we're often taught. We see John Schuster, Chris Plies, most of his team, they start it straight ahead, and then they're releasing it. This is Jamie's out turn, where she'll have it cranked a bit like that. Andrea Stopera now seems to be throwing it like Schuster and Plies. What's the logic here? What's the thinking?
So, as you look on Jamie, her hand is a little bit farther up on the stone. She's got maybe 3 to 4 fingers on the rock. So traditionally, people that have more of their hand on the stone tend to start it because they have to be able to get the rotation on it. They need to start it sooner. Start it at 10 o'clock to get it all the way around to get the full rotation. Guys like John Schuster, Chris Plies, and when we get an opportunity to see Andrew, will be holding on to the stone farther back
on the handle,
farther back on the handle, which means they don't have to put as much effort into getting the rotation on the stone.
Interesting. So here we see Monica Walker throws it more like Jamie Sinclair. She'll start it there, crank it to 12 o'clock on release. So 2 schools of thought on how to throw the rock as straight as possible. That's still the end goal, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, that's what the goal is, and you know, there's a lot to also be said to try to get your team to throw it all alike as well.
Same way. Yeah.
So we see Monica, we see Jamie. They throw the rock very similar, tend to have the same amount of rotations. So you know, it's easier for Jamie to be able to put the broom down for herself when she's seeing Monica throw it like her.
You like that same way?
And they both sort of miss the same way there. Throw it the same. They're both a little wide, or finished up wider than they would have liked.
Rich is a little bit farther on the back on the handle than Monica and Jamie, but also Rich also does start with a little at like 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
Rich doesn't like this at all. He says he's backed right off it. It looks heavy and by.
This is an interesting start to this end.
Yeah, this is not the. This is when we talk about the mop and how it changes the surface every time. But
yeah,
it might
if
just
I could
be
ever take away that
maybe
edge
not
of
enough
the
oranges at
inside
the
of
break or
yellow,
something,
it's
Phil.
pretty
I don't
good.
know, but
It doesn't need
the
to be fully buried.
that's something that maybe we talked to
Seems quicker.
Carly about, getting teams ready to come back after the break, because we often see some of the worst curling on these shots.
Well, you know, the other thing is they have an opportunity to
really
talk
good.
to their coaches too. Like,
Line's good.
you know, it's
Little
an important
tight for
thing
line right now.
that you try to communicate as a team, whether you have a coach
Might
or whether you
overcurl
don't
here.
have a coach. But the
Where are we?
reminder that when you come back from the break,
Top four,
it's
T.
going to be quicker.
Over curling.
T to the back one.
This is going to be heavy
This
as well.
is sliding to the back as well.
Well, that's not very good.
So
Mike
definitely a middling start at best to this end for both teams.
Can we get them all?
Walker Stopera currently lying 3.
Don't a double?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty thin.
I was wondering
But
now, are they going to
I
play the
think I
draw or are
got
they going to
room.
play the double?
Yep.
He's got an opportunity
Well,
to kill
it's
2
close.
yellows
It's like a
and
quarter.
sit on the red if he makes
Ooh,
it.
I don't
or
know if I have
sit on the
that.
back yellow one.
Not with normal.
Worried he doesn't have enough
You
of
like
it.
just the hit and flop in front?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes we need to be reminded in mixed doubles it's not bad to eliminate stones. There's Rich's release, as you said, more of a 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock,
Curl?
or 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, or 12 o'clock, depending on where you're,
Whoa.
how you see the clock.
Straight. Straight.
It's going to roll a little too far, I think.
Oh, missed the sweep call a little bit on that one.
They did. It was straight at the end, calling for straight at the end, but it was needed to be a little
same
earlier.
draw?
Scores from other sheets real quick. This is our game, of course. Sinclair Runen, Walker Stopera 5-5. The Hamiltons,
the end or do I
Becca
play
and
the
Matt
putt again?
are up 4-2, 5-2 apparently now over the Anderson Dropkin team.
So like edge of rings.
Murphy Kleinis, Caitlin Murphy, Marius Kleinis, they're trailing Jenna Bercheski and Ben Richardson 5-4. Roger Strauss are up 3-1 on O'Hara and Thurston. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. That score is up wrong. I was told that and I still botched it.
Line's good. Line's
Wood
good.
and Bond.
Weight's good.
Close
Yes.
for line. Whoa, you're
Podol,
good.
Perry,
For line.
Mulaney,
Close.
Sinnott 2-1.
Yep. Whoa. Close, yep. Whoa.
Apologies to my production team. They actually prepped me
Yep.
and I
Straight,
still bungled
straight,
it, Phil.
You can't be right all the time, right?
No, I mean,
So made a pretty good shot there by Andrew.
Get 'em
Finally
all moving.
had
Oh,
one that made a good one, but I think there's an opportunity
You
for
want a
Rich to
sweep?
make a double for sure. Here.
make a double. He's probably he'll lose his red, but
You think
his
it'll
red
curl at
stone.
all?
It's in the rings right
I
now.
do.
So a rare
It's a swingy
occurrence
side,
where we
right?
see Jamie
Yeah, I'm
come
trying to
down
hit
and sweep
Like a
one.
third, right?
Yep.
Well, it's sort of funny too. She sweeps. She's
right.
more likely to sweep the hits, but although we see other teams do this,
You got it.
because Rich maybe not wanting to jump up and chase his own hit. We see Corey Dropkin. He'll jump up and chase his own hit.
Yep.
Sinclair puts the brush down.
Whoa, Jake, whoa!
Hoping it can curl a bit.
Get out! Get it out!
That's going to
Get it
just
out!
spin back, I think. Really wanted to get rid of 2 there. Gets rid of 1. Probably touched all of them, didn't he?
There we go here, but
Yeah.
then they freeze.
He touched everyone. Interesting call
like
here,
that
though,
hit?
Dean.
They're freezing.
They play this hit and roll on the red one, and they
Yeah.
could potentially leave a triple.
It's just a little, like if we hit and roll and leave a double, they probably play that.
They're talking through that. Where's the best spot to put this right now?
Like I like line 3. Because if we draw, they're still playing that
They're
freeze.
still playing the freeze, yeah.
But if we hit, they might hit back.
Okay.
I think they
I
hit
like
good. So how much ice?
Likely
how much control,
scenario,
let's say?
if they
Like a
play the
couple
hit
inches
and
outside the
roll,
edge?
we're going to see Jamie throwing a hit.
So they've talked through the options here, though. They don't like the. They're tempted to draw, but they like line 3.
Solid.
Trying not to leave an
Whoa.
easy double or even a triple here.
Whoa, close. Yep.
They'll be happy to get out to leave this end with
hard.
2.
Whoa. Okay, not bad.
Well,
Not the worst situation, but let's see what Jamie wants to do with this. Let's listen in.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Control or board, whatever you want. You just try to stay right on the top of this thing.
Yeah.
Right there. If you rolled like that, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but
Just outside edge of 4 with control? Edge of 4 with control?
I think it's at most edge, I think.
Okay,
mine,
sounds good.
Based on the way mine just ran, but
sure.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Just easy control here.
Yep.
So with easy control weight, somewhat sort of down from normal, they think they can hit this and stay right on the nose of that yellow, almost end up like a freeze.
Dead nose is super good.
It's even better than hitting and rolling under the guard because when it's frozen on there, it makes it challenging.
Yeah, it'll go.
Chapera and Walker to eliminate that stone.
So they're hoping to hit this and just sit right there.
So, yeah, edge
probably
of 4.
One of the biggest shots we've seen in
outside,
this game
right
because
there.
if she doesn't hit this perfect, an opportunity for a 3 and
is in play for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Jamie Sinclair, last shot, 5th end. It's a big one.
It's not heavy, Jay. It's just
easy, easy. Easy. Yep. Yep.
They're on it.
Yep.
Can over curl. She must be close. Must be close. Now, is it curling too much?
Okay, not bad.
Rolls behind the guard.
Pretty good, Jay.
Yeah. Get to know. It's
Not exactly what they wanted. Rolled behind the guard.
It goes really late.
I can probably.
She's got a hackway shot for 3.
Yeah, I think somewhere in there.
Here they want to attack this.
Too little.
I think that's close.
Okay.
Like I just took here with like control and it curled to like just inside.
I think a good way to look at this, Dean, at least the way I would be looking at this is 2's great, 3's a bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
The one thing you don't, if you're playing the conservative for 2, you just make sure you don't crash on that guard, right?
Right.
So Monica Walker with a little down weight, hit for 3 here. She can see a sliver of this rock. They've talked through the ice. Shot for 3 or 2. In a game that's 5-5.
Huge opportunity.
Monica Walker, last shot, in turn. Rock on the way. Chapera likes the weight out of her hand, but he's on it early. That guard's coming up quickly.
Whoa, curl!
Still by.
Now she's by.
Yep.
Curl, 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 curl.
Now, does she get enough? Is it going to curl enough? And there you go, Phil. That's one way to get your 3, maybe.
Wow.
Or 2.
Wow.
2, just 2, almost 3. They were playing it the way you talked about it. They are going to have a look, Rich and Andrew. See if Rich tries to game his younger teammate into it.
Yeah.
No, he's too smart for that. Andrew, I think, is going to call for a measure.
We're going to measure for 3, for 3rd point, for 3 yellow, essentially.
So, Monica Walker probably thinking like you were, Phil. She was on it early, wanted to make sure she got the 2. And then probably could have been off it a little sooner to make sure she got the 3.
Yeah, good shot.
Well, she did get the 2, so that was the bonus on that.
2 is big, and we get a little extra bonus measure time here now.
Looks like the overheads. It's even tough to tell on the overhead here.
It's close.
I think I'd go red from this angle.
Here it looks like red. We'll give our official here a moment of glory. This is a tough one to measure, actually. I never like measuring these ones when they're way out there. Got to make sure you get that. I don't like measuring when they're in tight, Phil, or when they're out there.
Yeah.
By the way, I'd be a terrible official. I would probably kick one of these rocks at this juncture. He'll set it. There is the set. See what it is. He's going pretty quick there. Close to 2. Oh.
No.
It's yellow.
It's yellow.
So it is 3 for Walker Stopera. That was a quick measure. They're quick on the measures here this week.
Not a lot of opportunity to look at that one.
It was, they were like that earlier this week, but it was effective. It's done. So 3 for Walker Stopera. And we will go to the break, and we'll come back with 6-end action. Expect to see a power play.
Twin Cities Orthopedics, we believe that for every challenge, there is an answer. Grit, strength, focus, willpower. That's how we rise. That's how we win. Whatever is standing in front of your goal, we will take it down together. This is your victory, and you've earned it. At TCO, less pain is your gain.
All right, we got a little look in here. We're back. We're going to be in the 6th end in our feature match, but over here on the adjacent sheet, we've got, I don't know, every rock in play. Yes, every single rock is still in play as Sarah Anderson goes to throw here.
Yeah, looks like she's going to try to get another one in there.
This is last shot, is it not?
Yeah, last shot. Try to score 3 here.
Sarah Anderson, she's throwing it, and every single rock is in play. They're lying 2 already, Dropkin Anderson, against the Hamiltons. They're down 5-2 in this game. And they're in the 5th end right here.
Got to be careful not to hit their own out.
And they won't. That'll be 2 for Anderson Dropkin. And that makes that score over there after 5 ends 5-4. We will solve some of our problems with the graphics that are up with the old-fashioned digital or straight audio read here. On sheet A, Podol, Perry, and Wood Bond.
Yeah, I think 4-0.
That game is 2-2
even a 95,
at the moment.
But get it out to
in the
off
5th
the
end.
button a little bit. Okay?
Murphy Kleinis versus Brzeski
Richardson.
Richardson. That's currently 5-4 in favor of Brzeski Richardson. Our game, Walker Stopera versus Sinclair Runin. It's 8-5 in favor of Walker and Stopera. The Hamiltons are now up on Anderson Dropkin 5-4.
Line's good.
They were ahead 5-2 until that last shot you just saw. And Rogers Strauss are up 3-2 over Smith and Johnson. So there's your updates across the sheet. Apologies for not having the graphics.
Come on, get a piece.
Power play on here. Sinclair Runin. Each team gets in mixed doubles, gets one opportunity per game in an end to put up a corner guard.
The tick? I like the tick.
And with their own stone behind it instead of the center line guard. And Phil, we haven't seen this executed particularly well this week. I feel like teams are still trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, right now they're Rich and Jamie got a pretty good setup. They've got 2 stones in there behind the guard. Andrew's going to try to open this up right now. Tap this yellow stone into the house and roll the guard off of it. He's got a pretty good shot here.
That is good. He gets rid of the guard. He can't move it out of play yet, but he does move it over. He doesn't seem to like it, maybe because he left another pseudo corner guard over there.
I think we're guarding that.
This?
We got to lock up our 2, right?
I was about there.
The one thing Rich and Jamie did, they got a miss out of Monica, and then they elected to draw onto the corner guard. Sometimes what we'll see on the power play, which isn't used as much anymore, is where they split the house. Because if you remember, for those back home, if they split the house, they can't hit either one of the rocks out because they can't hit until after the 3rd thrown stone. So it's almost like it's guarded without a guard being there.
There's the breakdown.
All right.
Rich says his rock is dead, and he's old, so he doesn't think he'll be close to the hog line. I find I get closer to the hog line as I get older because I'm trying to readjust all the way out.
Or leaning on the rock.
Not that bad yet, Phil. Here it comes, Rich Runin. He's going to guard their 2 stones in the rings. I think they're 1st and 3rd in there.
A little, doesn't it?
No.
Yeah, 1st and 3rd.
Yeah.
I think it needs to go.
No.
Okay.
Rich thinks a lot, and Jamie's just like, get away.
Not that tight.
Just let it be.
Sit.
Now is it going to curl too much? Jamie was right there.
Out. What?
We're second. But
So the problem,
I think I run an out
with
turn
having all these rocks in one
high.
spot on one side of the sheet, a guy like Andrew can throw a run and pretty much clear everything.
That's what he's trying here. He's taking on the out turn run back. Thinks it's close.
Curl.
Needs it to curl a little bit. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get the action in the rings that he wanted.
That one good.
Frustrated a little bit there, Stopera.
Had an opportunity. He knew it too. He could have gotten all 3 rocks out and killed the power play right there.
I think he thought he threw it pretty well too. Sometimes that's extra frustrating when you think you throw it well and you don't get the result you wanted.
Sure. Rich going to try to get this guard a little bit higher.
Looks like it's got to go.
Not give Andrew the same opportunity.
This one has some curling to do, and it's starting to dig in. Does need to get over far enough. It should finish.
Should finish. I think he's got a decent shot if it finishes.
Looks like it will.
All right.
It's over there enough with a bit of work.
I have to play it this way though.
Nice shot there by Rich. Much
It's
better
that or
position.
I'm freezing, but don't love that.
I think Andrew's going to try to dig that one out, even though it's over buried. Talked about the freeze to the
You
back
like that?
one.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I could try to pick it.
Could pick that back one too. We can see about a third of it.
I have half of it.
Pick
half
the
it.
back
Deal
one
is
or
just
the
if I hit
high
anything else,
one.
It's bad.
Yeah. It's a pretty decent amount.
Like a third more.
No, this is
Yeah, we
out.
haven't seen a lot of hits with the
I don't know if that's
outside in this
I
wide.
think it's okay. Do you like playing that? Okay, let's do it.
One problem here is if they ever get enough of the guard, they might run it right onto their own. But let's see here.
Hard.
Trying to get it by the guard. Can he get by the guard? I think he's by. He's going to pick the back.
Yeah.
Nice
Good
shot.
throw.
It's a nice throw.
Trying to hit the guard, right?
And now,
You think just knows?
Yep.
some joking there between Rich and Andrew.
We can roll a long ways, right?
Yeah.
Teammates, now former
We don't want
teammates, I
to, but
guess.
we can.
Yeah.
Certainly got along well playing together.
Rich is going to take a chance here, I think, to roll across the rings and get it under the corner guard.
Well, the reality is, the other issue here is that Stopera and Walker-Stopera are actually shot rock right now, so they have to deal with it at some point.
Yeah, they have to play a hit here. It's late enough in the end.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Curl?
Yep.
Like to get a big roll behind those rocks on the other side of the sheet.
Yep. Yep.
Way too much ice. Curl. Oh, come on.
Oh boy. And it rolls out.
I think Rich could have more emotion during the game. He
Put
could.
it like
He's
here
a
somewhere.
little reserved, Phil.
You know, if you're going to miss one in a power play, that might be the one you could miss because their red rock in the house is fully guarded. Monica makes this draw around, and Jamie should have a shot. Soft weight. Difficult, but for 2.
At a 15 to their
That's true. Walker will try to sink one here behind the corner guard and the rock that's up high in the 12-foot.
The way the ice curls, she could probably overcurl this one even.
Yeah. Big shot here. Could really put themselves in a good position. They still have a power play left, Walker-Stopera. Monica Walker, her last shot, 6th end.
We're there. It's close though.
Stopera likes the weight out of her hand.
Weight's really good.
Close.
T line.
Thinks it's T-line.
T back 4. T.
T back 4.
Weight's there right now.
Now it's running a bit. Can he bury it?
Oh, straight.
Yeah.
It's
gonna bury.
Going to bury behind
Really
everything.
good
Now
shot.
will it hang around for shot? It sure will. It's a great shot. That's a tough one to get at, but I think Jamie will try to dig it out of there.
Probably better than
Probably
scoring
better.
one.
Otherwise, you got to come this way, and we have to carve it with just back line.
This,
I like
you know
this. Yeah,
goes a lot.
yeah, yeah. You could go right here with like hack,
I'm thinking hack, but I'm gonna have to throw it maybe a bit more.
just a bit.
Edge of 12, pretty much.
You pretty much have to take this chance in the
Okay.
game, down 3.
Yeah, for sure. And they saw Andrew Stopera throw the upweight
even be a
pick out
touch
here,
more
so they
than
think
edge.
they have a
Yeah.
little bit of guidance on how this will travel.
Just, I mean, it's tough to stay. You only got half.
You know, it's pretty much the tick line.
Yeah.
Or somebody from our USA Curling Ice crew, one of our great USA Curling Ice techs trying to fix the handle or replacing the handle on Rich
Yeah.
Roon and Stone.
I think easy hack even is fine.
Okay.
The weight
It'll come back.
they went with here is easy
It's
hack.
got a long time to curl.
It's always a little bit slower when you get this far out on the sheet, where there hasn't been as many stones thrown.
Easy hack, probably some people would call that just hack.
Weight's nice.
One of my favorite Wayne Maddock quotes from Canada. He once said, "Your hack or my hack."
Yep.
They're on it.
Yep.
On it for line.
Hard. Hard.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close to really good if she can get by. She might just chisel in for one here, though.
Perfect weight.
Boy, one yellow.
Ooh.
No. Whoa.
Stopera is indicating one yellow. His teammate, former teammate, not so sure.
I don't think so. You didn't even look at him. Is it?
Stopera, Andrew Stopera, maybe not that much different than his father, Bill Stopera, after all.
You said one when you didn't have it, so.
That's a New York style move. They're going to measure again. That's East Coast versus Iron Range, Stopera versus Ruinen.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to get the best of who.
Yeah, they're both tough places, I'll tell you that.
Threw that really good, Jake.
It was really close.
Yeah, I mean, perfect.
Stopera was quite confident it was one yellow.
I'm not convinced.
I think this one actually looks like red.
He just said one for us, and I'm like, whoa.
Can we use the our measure stick here?
Here we go. Our director, Joe Calvary, is going to come in here and show us what we've got. There's that precise measurement. 558, 559.12. Those are pixels.
I honestly thought it was.
Oh yeah. So Richie's going to be proven right. Oh, that's not even close. That's like up on the handle there, Joe.
Yeah.
Here comes Fred Fetzer. He's going to come out with the actual device.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty close.
That is close.
This is our deputy chief umpire. Now, this is a close one. See if Stopera's younger eyes had it right, or if he was pulling some old school New York curling moves there.
So a score of 1, and they'd be down 2 without the hammer. And a steal of 1, and it's a 4-point lead for Stopera.
4-point lead, and Stopera Walker still have a power play to use as well. They're getting a look at it. We couldn't really see it, but here we go, swinging around here.
It's yellow? Yeah. Okay.
Well, Stopera wasn't gaming him. It's 1 for Walker Stopera after all.
Rich 0 for 2 on the measures.
All right, we'll be back with the 7th end action after a break. Back here, 2022 Mixed Doubles Nationals. And its score in this one is now 9-5. They haven't posted the 6th end at the scoreboard behind Monica Walker. 9-5, Walker Stopera. A couple of measures have just gone their way. Could easily be 7-5, Phil, but it's, no, actually it could be tied. We've got 2 measures, right?
Yeah,
no, well, one was for 2, 3. Well, whatever. I'll do the math later, but it could be even closer. We're not for a few millimeters. Monica Walker starts things off. We haven't seen a lot of these shots made super well by either she nor Jamie Sinclair, but they need this one to warp in a bit. It's trying to curl.
Yeah, since the 4th end break, we haven't Rich and Jamie just haven't found their groove and have had a tough time capitalizing on opportunities.
I mean, mixed doubles. The discipline is it's interesting because there just always seems to be just a few shots are such huge difference makers in the game. I mean, that's regular curling too, but since there's so little time to come back in an end. If you're down, if you get in trouble, it's tough to get out of the glue once you're in it.
Line's good.
Yeah, that's for sure. You look at that fifth end, and Jamie had an
Line's good,
opportunity
doesn't
to
need
make
to
that
curl.
hit freeze and
Straight if
just
any.
missed the sweep call and ended up giving up 3, where she might have forced the other team to 1.
Okay.
So down by 4, you really need to put a
Okay.
and
Good throw.
Walker and Supera have the power play. You really need to put up a 3 here.
Yeah, they're going to have
Same
to
thing.
put up a big number. Walker, Stopera have a power play. They can use that in the last end. Teams use that defensively, probably with more success than they do when they're trying to generate offense. Use it to try to ensure that they can score at least one.
Little bum. Line's nice. Looks there. Careful. Whoa, whoa.
In
Line's
the
good.
game between our other A
Let it curl a little
qualifier,
bit.
the Hamiltons, Becca and Matt, are up 7-4
Oh,
on
for straight. Yep,
Sarah
yep,
Anderson
yep.
and Corey Dropkin.
Whoa, whoa. Oh wait, I think that's fine.
Sorry, my bad.
In the 7th end, we're seeing Dropkin
You gotta
and
unlock it a little.
Anderson using their power play here, trying to generate some points to tie the game.
So not exactly the result Andrew Stopera was looking for there, but it turns out not too bad. Here comes Rich Ruinen now throwing the out turn. This is an A qualifier. The team that wins this game is into the playoffs here at the 2022
All there
Mixed
right
Doubles
now.
Nationals.
Well,
Pretty good,
They'll
actually.
be in the playoffs. The playoffs
Yeah,
become
line, yeah,
single
line.
elimination.
Yep.
yeah, line. Yeah, line. Yeah, line, yeah.
Nice thing I always say about making an A qualifier, Dean,
Go,
is
go, go.
if you don't happen to win it, you drop down and you get another
Every
chance in the
time,
B
just take it.
qualifier.
Yeah, exactly. And best solution in triple knockout is usually to try to string together some wins early so you don't end up with too far a road in the
Do I want to?
sea.
I think you're playing off one.
Yeah.
think
Do I want
Rich
to
is
hit,
very
or
happy
do I
with
wanna,
that
am
shot
I like
there.
feeling a heavy draw?
I think we gotta play like something like a draw.
Okay.
Andrew's got a pretty good opportunity here
So
to put some
similar weight.
Yeah.
big
Maybe
pressure
they
on
more,
Rich
but
and
not
Jamie.
Throwing the out turn.
Less.
Okay, line's
About
good.
the same. Mine only.
Close line.
The
Yep.
weight is close.
Yep.
Stopera calling Walker
Whoa, whoa,
on
whoa,
for
whoa.
line.
Back
Now,
four. T-line, T-line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
now he thinks it's got to curl a bit.
Yep, yep.
Stopera's
Straight,
tracking
straight,
it.
straight.
Straight now.
Hard.
He just wants to get right into
Whoa,
that
whoa.
pocket there.
Good sweep.
Nice.
Nice shot.
That is a good shot. It's tough to see how Sinclair and Ruinen, they're going to have to do some high-level math here to figure this out, I think. Let's hear what they can conjure up.
Ooh, big trouble.
Yeah.
It was like Rich was listening to me. He had that time perfectly.
Yeah, Dean, I don't know if you just punt and tell him to throw another one and hope you can throw 2 at the end.
I think Rich might come down and talk this through.
Yeah, probably going to see a timeout here.
This is not the setup to an end when you're trying to score 2 or 3 that you like.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see the how much he can see of that top yellow one, but wondered if he could maybe come in and try to move a couple of those yellow stones in the back of the forefoot right now. I mean, he's only got a couple left.
That's working either.
Yeah, the stone that Andrew Stopera just threw is right
That does
they're
kill one.
dead behind the guard here.
It makes this accessible later, right? What if you
What
even
if
play
we
it this way?
hammered this right here? Did those both go?
I don't hate it 'cause I don't see anything else. I don't either.
I feel like if we just miss this.
I think
and
we want to hit
one
this first, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
right here.
I think it's really straight.
I think that might be their best call. Might even be able to get some action and send that yellow
We want
up
to just miss the
towards
yellow.
the front of the house.
A term we hear a lot in curling that you don't hear in a lot of other sports. I don't hate it.
We hear that a lot. I don't hate it. Also, I don't love it. But, yeah, so Rich is going to try to just feather his own red, almost throw this right through the hole, and get some action on yellows to squirt out 2 of them. Here he goes. He's going to throw some heat at this one.
Tight.
He's known as Dr. Double. He needs that.
Go.
Get by. Ugh.
It's going to be by, but hit it too thick, I think.
All right.
That squirts out the...
Not great.
We don't have to say anything.
It's probably true. Yeah, Rich has got it handled from here
I don't
on
know.
out.
Pretty good shape for us. If I get it, they're not getting more than 2. I mean, I don't know how they do now, but
Andrew's just going to pick this one out.
Yeah.
make
I mean,
it really tough.
You know, they've even discussed it. Even right now, it's a tough road to 2 for Sinclair and Roonan.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah,
But if they just pick this out, Sinclair and Roonan only have 2 stones left. So that
bit.
makes getting more than 2. Well, Phil, not even virtually impossible. Impossible. Here we go. Andrew Stopera will try to pick out this red stone. He can see about half of it.
He's really been sharp this second half.
A little bit of a wobble there in his delivery.
Clean.
You usually see, but he seems to have recovered.
Curl a little bit. Hard on the red, hard on the red.
Ooh, and as we say that, there's the mistake.
Is that the commentator jinx?
You like that?
Yeah.
A little lucky
in
in that
bump
his
it to the open somehow.
Like
His
back
is
here?
dead buried.
Yeah.
his is dead buried.
It's
I
definitely.
wish I could play the out turn, but it'll curl more this way. It's just way slower.
Yeah.
Might not have had to throw that as hard
So
as
we
he
just gotta
did.
bump
You know?
it to the open and try to get as close to nose as we
That
can.
probably could have been a
back
normal
line?
weight hit,
Yep.
like
I
a
mean,
9.5, and just
When you throw the big weight as easily as Andrew Stopera does, it's a nice weapon, and you figure you may as well use it. But
so we're
there's our look in the Hamilton-Anderson Dropkin game. Right now, it looks as though the Hamiltons are lying 2 at the back. Becca Hamilton trying to warp one around here.
A little up.
Whoa! No!
Curl.
Curl.
make a triple there, Dean.
Curl.
Might be
Come
able
off
to
the backside.
that. Yeah.
Whoa! Yep.
Rich is close here to something pretty good. He's going to dig that one out.
Wow, did I make that carve? That was going. I threw it.
Now I think we'll see Walker Stopera just rip that other red stone.
I'm just kidding.
With hack, make the double.
Yeah.
Sarah Anderson on sheep D is going to try for
That's the
a
call for
triple
sure.
here.
Rock's going in all directions here.
Yeah.
Let's see if she can get
Make
them
it go away.
moving. What's she going to end up with? Wow. Might be 1 red. Yeah, that's the signal from Matt Hamilton. That one goes away. Now they're looking at the others.
Matt's going to measure with his broom.
Yeah, not advised at any level of curling, let alone the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals.
Whoa! Just clean.
There's Monica Walker. She's going to eliminate this red counter in the 12-foot. That'll leave Jamie Sinclair with a draw for 2. We'll make the score 9-7 as we head to the 8th
it carves.
and probably final end.
Yeah.
It's a little slower on this side.
On the
I
other
think you
sheet,
can
we're
get by
looking,
the 95.
Hamilton scored
Okay,
1
so
for
that's what
sure.
I've been throwing.
Yeah, and then Matt measured them with his broom.
I had you middle 8.
Broom to determine
So
the
only
others.
he knows.
I
Maybe
think
mid
you're
12?
close to
It was
mid 12.
inconclusive.
Don't you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Measuring
I think you can
3
throw
measures.
measuring all 3 to see.
Yeah.
I had hack weight
That's
and curled
true.
3.
I got to say that one, the one on the tee line, the yellow one, I don't
Welded
think
on
is
there, just Christmas tree.
ballpark
A little.
myself.
I mean,
but
keep it an inch or 2. So we'll either bump it an inch or leave it a foot shorter. You got
Last rock, Jamie Sinclair.
Make her
She's
shoot
got a
and
draw
see.
for 2 to bring this game closer. This would make it 9-7. We can expect Walker Stopera to use the power play in the final end. Sinclair, last shot.
5.
Hair light.
Rich might have been hoping for one and just
I'm
coasting
good.
in here,
He's
real
got
easy
a
curl.
one.
It's got a curl. Curl.
Rich is sweeping.
Rich is working this one hard. I think he's going to get it there.
Great shot.
Used every bit of it. So that's 2 for Sinclair Roonan. Make the score 9-7 after 7 ends. We'll be back with 8th end
I
action.
had the hammer.
Look for a power play as Stopera and Walker try to close this one out.
I thought you had the hammer.
To the next Danielle Umstead, try everything. When I finally found skiing, those first turns changed my life.
To the next Isaac Jean-Paul, accept who you are. I kind of ran away from having a disability. I used sports as an opportunity to show the world my story because it's more than a sport. It taught me how to love myself.
Toyota, proudly supporting the Paralympians of today and tomorrow.
All right, we're back here with the 8th end. Walker Stopera ahead of Sinclair Ruinen 9-7. As expected, Walker Stopera used their power play here. That sets up a corner guard with their own stone, half in the 8-foot, half in the 12-foot.
Let's try to keep this.
Anytime you're playing the 8th end and you have a lead or it's a tie game and you have a power play, you are in a over 95% chance to win the game. Now they've
analytics, Phil.
It's analytics.
Yeah, you want me to discuss analytics?
Well,
this is when I bring up a new book called I Test, The Case for Human Creativity. And if we just depend on past results, we can't really take actions that will impact the future, Phil. Now, that said, I think analytics serves you well in this scenario. So it's a tough road here for Sinclair and Ruinen. But they get the center line guard up.
I think you still probably play it. Just play it with.
The quick update on that measure that we went to break on in Hamilton's did score
sure
2,
spread.
and they are up 9-4, playing the last end. 9-4, playing the last end against Dropkin and Anderson.
The other game, Bercheski-Richardson against Kleinis and Murphy. Murphy-Kleinis, Bercheski-Richardson are up 8-5. This is Monica Walker trying a tick here. She used to play a lot of lead for Jamie Sinclair at one time in her career. Can she make this tick?
Roll on the yellow.
Oh, it looks like that's going to need to hit the frost at the edge. No, it won't. Needed to hit that a little thinner or with a little less weight, one or the other. So the center line guard will go back.
Saying they got a chance.
Close.
So now Rock's in play. Something to work with.
I feel like we still go under the corner.
Really here you just want to have Monica throw against 2 or 3 if you can at the end.
I feel like under the corner
here. Even if they're in the 12-foot or the 8-foot, just to make them have to make a shot for the win at this time.
So they consider going behind the center line guard. Rich likes going around the corner. Like the corner freeze on that Yellowstone.
Plenty of weight right now.
Yeah, what you really want to do in this situation, if you're Ruinen and Sinclair, is at least make the other player throw against the loss. That's usually your best scenario. This is grinding up. Is it going to grind up enough? It's going to be just pretty good.
That's a really good shot.
Good angle. So now Andrew Stopera
Peel the center line one.
Can peel here.
If I could ever hit it thin and get the
about that.
Out turn?
Yeah.
Considering maybe running that red one into the red and yellow one and trying to maneuver everything out.
On the out turn. Walker catching up.
Clean.
Oh, they decided to go in straight field.
I was thinking if you hit it thin, he might be able to get that other one and move it as well, but gets rid of the center line guard.
I got. Right?
Same shot.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
They basically have 2 guards over there right now. They have the yellow stone holding them, and they've got the red guard, so that if they throw another one in there, it's going to take 2 shots to get rid of their reds.
Challenge here is this has to be precise. Can't bounce.
A little bit. This should curl.
Straight if any.
It's a little bit something.
Straight if any.
It's got some.
Line's good.
Jamie Sinclair likes the line. It looks pretty close again from Ruinen.
Got a pretty good shot coming in here if you can hold the line.
Wants to make sure that one's shot as well. It's
Should
not
have been
quite
going,
shot.
my bad.
Just this.
Now, that's an automatic double at some point, the way those are lined up. I think Andrew Stopera will just make this straight peel. A qualifier. Winner here advances to the playoffs, gets a bit of time off, a bit of time to rest before the playoffs. Always nice when you qualify in the A side.
Yeah.
And watch other teams battle it out. Over on the far sheet, sheet A, Podol and Perry are up by 2 against Wood and Bond. Peel successfully made.
So Dean, here, if you're Rich, my thought would be 2 stones left. You replace the guard, and if you replace the guard, he's going to peel it again. And then on your last one, you come down, you chap the red one. It's a tough shot, but you lay 3 and do just what you said and make her throw something against the loss.
So
3 open, she'd probably hit. Let's hear what their coach Graham Sinclair thinks.
Have to hit it, and we can only lay 2.
Jamie's father.
Right. But you don't want to leave Andrew a double. Like, what about? Is there any way to bump this and keep them lined up? Try to bump this like that, but you're
and
keeping
move this
them
enough so that this is shot?
and you're just keeping them. Well, it's just keeping them lined up for now, and move this so there's no double, right?
Wouldn't it have to be slightly high side?
Yeah. Well, I think
nose?
just dead nose.
Okay.
Move this a foot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, he's still got that. If they make the hit and roll, we got trouble, but we got to make them shoot against 3, right? Somehow. Or you play this. If you tick this and go here, but then he's got a cakewalk double.
I feel like that's harder too,
Yeah.
because with how much it curls, like
Yeah.
the odds of you just doing that.
Our best bet is to just nose this with just like back 8 even.
Yeah.
Where you just push this, that goes here and that goes
You
here,
can
and
throw
they're lined up.
same turn you've
Yeah,
been throwing.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you
So
want
they're in
just a hair
agreement.
less? I had you about
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
So like
The
that.
same theory
Yeah.
here. They want to have
Think
them shoot
maybe-
against 3.
Maybe even
and
a
they're
touch
gonna
less.
try to
Yeah.
I like it.
tap that one that was off center into the back of the 8-foot and leave the reds both lined up.
What they want to do is not leave Andrew Stopera some kind of double to finish the game off here.
I mean, I got to throw another 6 feet, so.
Rich, having played with Andrew, knows how
Or at least 3 feet
how
than the
well
last one.
Andrew throws the high hard one, so wants to avoid leaving him a double.
There he goes, Rich Ruonen with a reconfiguring shot.
Definitely
of sorts.
max.
Whoa.
He thinks
definitely
he's got
max,
plenty
yeah.
of weight.
It's definitely
Now
max.
it's a
Got a
question
curl?
of how much
Yeah.
will it curl. He wants to get to the
Curl.
nose of it.
Curl.
It's not that far off, but it's got to do some
Curl.
curling. It's close to nose.
Shoot.
Left a pretty easy double though. Nose double for Andrew.
The best double is probably that one. But I think it's this.
Triple there, too.
It's close.
Yeah.
Like if I make that by accident and just roll there, it's pretty good.
Like, no, it's pretty great.
Yeah. I would just like to, like, if I kill that and the yellow goes, like they have to it's contact for the win. So I think it's just an inch high. Like it's almost hard to stick it, I think.
Yeah.
There's actually 2 ways Andrew could make a double here. But
Yeah, they certainly didn't put those rocks where they wanted to put them, and right now Andrew's just gonna look at hitting this one here. This is gonna go here, and the shooter will go there. They might even catch this one to
whoever
go there.
just comes up to nose, he can make the other double.
Yeah.
What he likes about losing the yellow, as he said, is then it's contact
Whoa,
for the win.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
There's nothing to
Close.
freeze
Yep,
to.
yep.
Must be close.
Hard. Whoa.
There it is.
Well,
Monica happy about that. Monica's
For a little run.
Yeah.
flying down the ice, keeping up with some of these.
Which turn you want? Out. That's that nice turn, yeah. So you're thinking like.
great shot there by Andrew, and
There.
It really was. A lot of people might have just played that natural nose double, but he liked this because
Doesn't
now
really matter. You just got to make it, but it'd be nice to do that.
they have
Be
to
nice to maybe do that. Just roll a little, but I don't know.
trying to leave it
Nose
so
is
his
okay.
playing partner Monica Walker only has to make contact
I think you're throwing at least
for the
control.
win.
Okay.
Whatever you want. You want normal or control?
Control's fine.
Control's good. Like 6 inches of broom.
Yeah, I think.
Anderson Dropkin were
Control.
down 5 here, and we talked about
'Cause
why
it's
they were
based on your
continuing,
half
but there is a cluster in the rings, Phil.
Didn't move like crazy.
there is.
But it still looks like a tough
Okay.
journey to get 5.
Yeah, there's 2 red rocks in there
They're
that
welded.
just are not going anywhere.
There it is for you.
So
They've got 5 in there, but those 2 reds are surrounded.
yeah, they caught the whole theory of getting 5 in there, but they forgot the 2 red ones in the middle.
Whoa. Whoa.
Jamie Sinclair now
Whoa.
trying to force Monica Walker to at least have something tough on her last. See how this ends up. Well, there it is. So as Andrew Stopera said, contact for the win. Make one of these go away. Monica Walker goes down to throw her last stone. Those are cheers for the Hamiltons, popular team here in Madison, Middleton, where we are, just outside of Madison.
Nice 4 o'clock, nice crowd here on a 4 o'clock cheering for Matt and Becca. Nice to see fans out cheering on the hometown favorite.
They'll curl probably a tiny bit.
So here we go, Monica Walker.
An inch or two, probably.
Easy shot, but it is for the win, and that makes it a little bit harder. She settles in, takes a breath. Walker throwing the out-turn hit. Just needs to make a red exit the rings.
Yep.
Likes it now, brush down.
Yep.
Andrew Stopera just keeping that clean, and that should do it.
Good.
So we'll count one, but that'll make the final score 9-8 in favor of Walker Stopera. They'll advance to the playoffs. Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruinen will drop down to the B bracket and try to battle through the B to get their spot in the playoffs. We're going to conclude our coverage here since we're only on the outside sheets. Thanks again for joining us. We've got another game tonight at 7:30, and that game is B event game at 7:30. We're going to be hopefully back on schedule. On behalf of USA Curling and the 12th End Sports Network, and thanks to you, Phil Drobnik, for joining us here in the booth. Thank you, any viewers who joined us this afternoon, and we hope you'll come back again this evening.